and welcome to Good Games Spawn Point, the show for gamers by gamers. I'm Bajo.
And I'm Hex.
And I am D.A.R.R.E.N.
Today's show is all about games you can play cooperatively. And guys, I really want to set an example for the Spawnlings today to show them how good a team can be when you work together. Starting with Legend of Zelda, Triforce Heroes.
We're a great team, Bajo. We're going to knock this out of the park.
Affirmative.
Yes, well, I hope so, because we need to keep that communication going without fault and keep talking and nobody explodes.
Affirmative. There are, in fact, 5 horizontal wires.
Okay, you said 5 wires, right? Is the last wire black?
Negative.
Is there only one red wire?
Negative.
We're running out of time, Hex. Just pick a wire.
No, I've got this.
If we're going to do this properly, I think it would be best if we assign a role of team leader. To me.
Whoa, D.A.R.R.E.N, there's no leader here. We need to work together as one.
Yeah, symbiotic mind of gamer awesomeness.
But you humans are so prone to miscalculation, delusion, confusion, and erratic emotional displays.
Yeah, well, this is getting off to a good start.
Yeah, relax, D.A.R.R.E.N. We can do this. Why don't you just give us today's challenge?
Oh, all right. Buff up your brain cells, Spawnlings. It's time for D.A.R.R.E.N's challenge! Today, I'm asking you this. In Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, what is the name of this character? Answer at the end of the show.
And
Now it's time for News with
Goose! Teamwork! Maybe we can do it! Happy.
Thanks guys, Goose here with all the Spawn Point news. Disney has announced a partnership with Code.org and released a free Star Wars themed tutorial on how to make your own video games. The partnership is linked with the global Hour of Code campaign, which encourages students to learn how to use code. Using the free tutorial, students will be able to make games using Star Wars characters like R2-D2, BB-8 and Princess Leia. They will even be able to play their finished games on smartphones and share them with friends and family. If you're interested in giving it a go, then head to this link and get coding. Skylanders will be coming to the small screen in a new TV show. The series will be the first production from the newly formed Activision Blizzard Studios. The series, called Skylanders Academy, is set to be released within the first half of 2016. Among the voice cast are Justin Long, who will voice Spyro, and Norm Macdonald as Glumshanks. And that's all the news for this week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Goose. All right, guys, what do you do when an evil witch is threatening the land and one hero just ain't gonna be enough? You call on a Triforce of Heroes.
The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes is a cooperative puzzle adventure game for up to 3 players. There are 3 multiplayer modes: local, online, and download play. That's where 3 3DSs can run the game off 1 cartridge. There is also a solo mode for Links who would rather delve into the adventure on their lonesome.
Yes, but I wouldn't recommend playing this game solo, and we'll talk about why later in the review. First, let's talk about the story, which is all about fashion.
Magic fashion. Set in the kingdom of Hytopia, the royal princess Styla has been cursed. Cursed to wear an ugly outfit that she can't change. The horror.
Dreadful.
And so Link, and 2 other Links, must set out to defeat the evil witch behind the curse. And unlock a variety of fancy outfits of their own along the way.
Yeah, you gather materials, visit the local seamstress, and acquire a wardrobe of magical looks. Not only do these different outfits allow you to easily distinguish between the 3 different Links on screen, but they also grant you special perks. Like making a particular weapon more powerful, for instance.
Having 3 heroes on screen allows for a new gameplay mechanic, and that is the ability to pick each other up and form a totem of links. This allows you to reach high ledges or target lofty switches and enemies.
Of course, almost all the puzzles in the game require some sort of link stacking to be solved. It's an interesting mechanic, but I do think they overused it.
Yeah, I mean, they do a little bit, but it's also heaps of goofy fun running around as a living totem.
There are a number of different areas in the Drablands to explore, from forests to lava fields and slippery ice mountains. And, as you'd expect, there are dastardly boss monsters to defeat at the end of each stage.
The boss fights in Zelda games are always pretty epic, and it's a nice twist to have to coordinate your actions with other players in order to take them down.
Ah, take that, foul beast!
Let's talk about the co-op design, guys, because I found playing online with a couple of random other players was a bit tricky. For starters, the connection was never smooth, and it was frustrating trying to communicate with other players to get through the level using only a limited selection of emoticons.
Which is why playing this game locally with friends is probably the best option.
Let's talk about what it's like to play this game on your own, which you might be tempted to do, but it's not much fun.
No, it isn't. What happens is you have to control all 3 links yourself, one at a time, switching between them as necessary. It makes the adventure slow going. It's super fiddly, but I guess this game isn't really meant to be played on your own.
Yeah, and at least the other links don't take damage when you're not controlling them. But it's a headache trying to get past puzzles that need precise timing, as you fumble between controlling each link. I died so many times playing this way, so much frustration.
Yeah, look, overall, this is a bit of a weird one. I mean, it's not very good solo or online, but it can be really good fun if you've got a couple of friends who can come over with their own 3DSs to play on. I'm giving it 3 rubber chickens.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to play it. It does have some good puzzle design and all of that Nintendo Zelda polish, but I just have no desire to go back to this game, so I'm giving it 2 out of 5 rubber chickens.
All right, you two, chin up. I've got a strategy sirs you can watch. Oh, roll the tape, Kerry.
I say, Darren, noobs on the horizon, 4 clicks southeast.
Well, they'll have to wait, Goose, because it is time to talk strategy.
Oh, which is today?
Today we're looking at the single most important strategy in World of Tanks. How not to be seen.
How not to be seen, sir?
Affirmative. World of Tanks is a game of hit points. You must reduce the enemy team's health pool to 0 while conserving your own. But it is also a game of vision. You can only shoot what you can see.
And the best way not to be seen is by using hard cover. This includes buildings, walls, and hills. A sensible player will make use of contours in the terrain. This way, you can sneak up to the side of the enemy or even behind them. This is called flanking.
The enemy is capturing base. Enemy is hit.
Then there is soft cover. This category includes trees and shrubbery. The more greenery between you and the enemy, the harder you are to see. Your camouflage value is maximized by staying still. You can boost that further by using a camo net.
Throwing up the camo net.
Another useful piece of equipment is the binocular telescope, which increases your view range when you're stationary.
Using the optics, Commander.
Using both together is a great combo for passive scouting in light tanks or sniping in tank destroyers.
Enemy vehicle eliminated.
And spending some silver on some camouflage paint is worthwhile and stylish.
Indeed, sir.
And don't forget to develop those crew skills. The camouflage skill is self-explanatory, and Sixth Sense will light up the instant you're spotted.
They found us.
Just remember, Spawnlings, that if you want to get the drop in the opposing force, you must always remember how not to be seen. That way you'll always have the element of surprise. Right, Goose? Goose!
What a surprise!
Oh, you startled me, Goose. Well played, sir. Hey, Goose? I see he's putting my strategy to good use. But where is he? Goose? Goose? Goose?
All right, time for some questions. And first up, we have this one from Very Confused in Balcombe Hills, New South Wales. Hi, good game. Some kids at my school are saying that the PS4 already has backwards compatibility, when I heard the PS4 isn't even going to get it. They also said that all Xbox Ones that have been made before the backwards compatibility comes on them are not going to have them unless you buy one after the Xbox One is programmed with the backwards compatibility. I don't know what the truth is anymore! Please help me!
Okay, Very Confused, we can clear that right up for you. So firstly, the kids at your school are clearly a very unreliable source of information, and you should never listen to anything they say.
Yeah, nothing they told you was true. So, the The PS4 100% does not have backwards compatibility. If you try and put a PS3 game into a PS4, it will not work. And Sony has said they have no plans to ever implement it.
Yes, the PS4 does have a lot of remasters and re-releases of old games though. Some games like Journey, for example, even gave you a free copy of the PS4 version if you already bought it on PS3.
That's not really backwards compatibility though, since the developers had to make a whole new PS4 version and then give it to you, rather than just letting you play with your PS3 version.
True, and there is also their upcoming game streaming service, PlayStation Now, which will let you play older games on your PS4 by streaming them off the internet.
But the big catch with that is that firstly, it's not out in Australia, and they haven't confirmed when or even if we'll be getting it. And it isn't a free service either, so you need to pay an extra subscription to use it. So again, that's technically not backwards compatibility, since any old games you own still won't be compatible.
As for the Xbox One, you will absolutely not have to buy a new Xbox One to use backwards compatibility. Every Xbox One that exists will be able to run 360 games, although you will need to download an update for your console. Without the update, you won't be able to run those 360 games.
In fact, being online is an essential part of how backwards compatibility will work. Basically, you'll need to re-download all your games, even the games you have on disc.
Yeah, so you put the disc in, download the special compatible version, and then you can play. After that, you can even play offline. You will still need to have the disc in the console though.
Also, not all games will be compatible, so that's something to keep in mind. But let's move on to this one now from Razor Blaster, who is in Bajo's closet in Queensland.
Get out of Bajo's closet. Hi GG, I love the show. I have 2 questions for you. 1, will you stop doing Noob Watch? This is Ask SP, not Complain to SP. 2, will you please do more Coding Corner? I really like making Scratch games. Thanks, and please answer, because if you don't, I will destroy all cheese sandwiches in the entire galaxy. Don't do that.
Well, Razor Blaster, I hate to get technical on you, but that first question was more of a complaint than a question.
Oh, well, I think technically it was a demand, actually, Hex, but we'd love to stop doing Noob Watch. It's just that Darren keeps hauling us into it. Oh, you know what? We should haul Darren into a Noob Watch. Turn the tables on him, Hex.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The Spawnling just asked us to stop doing Noob Watch, so your suggestion is for us to just do another Noob Watch.
Yeah, but with us in control, Darren has a lot of complaints to answer for. I think you'll agree.
Even if we did that though, Darren would just rocket boot away or say we weren't qualified noob judges or something.
Yeah, true. I'll figure something out.
Okay, well, you do that. As for if we'll do more coding corners, well, we'd love to make more, so we'll see what we can do for you. But speaking of Noob Watch, Bajo, it looks like we have a complaint against Goose. And it's from the King of Creepers, who is in Giant Darren, which all my minions are about to explode, which is in Victoria. Hello, GGSP. In the episode, you replayed Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. In the news, Goose said Mojang, when the company's correct name is Mojang. Haha! He can't get away with like Darren does with excuse robo accent. Noob Cup time!
Well, that sounds fair enough, your creeper highness. Let's get Goose down here, Hex, for a swig of the old Noob Cup. I'm just going to call him on the... I'll use the intercom system, the ABC intercom system. Goose to the spawn point desk! Goose to the spawn point desk! Goose to the spawn point...
Hi guys, when did we get an intercom? What's up?
The King of Creepers.
What, the king?
Yeah, the King of Creepers says, you need to drink from the Noob Cup, mister, because you mispronounced Mojang as Mojang.
Well, no, but that's how you pronounce it.
Are you saying the king is wrong?
Cha.
Hex, I think he's been spending too much time with Darren and forgotten how to pronounce things. Look, it's spelled with a J, not a Y. Mojang.
Well, Bajo, I believe you'll find that Mojang is the Swedish word for gadget. And in the Swedish language, J's are often pronounced with a sort of Y sound. Look, I'll get Darren on the phone so we can confirm this. Is that all right?
Oh, but Darren can't pronounce anything.
Oh, he knows. Hi, Darren.
Oh, hello, Goose. How can I help?
I'm at the spawn point desk, and the guys are saying that I'm a noob for pronouncing Mojang as, well, Mojang. I was wondering if you could clear this up how we actually pronounce it.
Well, according to Mojang's founder, Notch, both are acceptable. When speaking in English, he pronounces it as Mojang, while in Swedish, he says it as Mojang.
You see, though, we speak English, not Swedish. So, Goose, it's Mojang. Time to drink up, mister.
But it's a Swedish word, so how they say it in Sweden, where the word was created, would be the more accurate version, right, Darren?
Well, you both raise good points, but either pronunciation is acceptable, and both are correct. So saith Notch, the creator.
All right, well, I guess that's fair enough then. Off you go, Goose.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Darren.
Anytime, Goose.
Escape it this time, mister.
Yeah, all right. Well, now that that's sorted, let's move on to this one from Lesendo, who is in Awesome Town in Hobart, which is in Tasmania.
Well, that place sounds all right. Why don't you review Tearaway Unfolded? P.S. D.A.R.R.E.N is a noob. Bajo, do these. Flat. Thanks. Well, Lucindo, there is a simple reason why we won't review Tearaway Unfolded, and that's because we already reviewed it, and you can find that review along with all of our reviews on our website.
Yes, I scored it a 4, and I think, Bajo, you gave it a 5.
Yeah.
But if you ever want to check out if we reviewed a game or not, just have a look through the review section and see if it's there. Okay, so let's move right along now to this one from Connor, who is in Brisbane, Queensland.
How's it going, Connor? Warm up there? Of an old Bris Vegas?
How can digging up in Minecraft be bad? P.S. Darren is a noob. Connor. Well, Connor, digging up can be bad simply because you have no idea what may be directly above that block.
Yeah, you could be digging a hole for a creeper to fall through, or maybe there could be a pool of water, or even lava that you're about to unleash right onto your head.
Of course, you can usually quickly plug that hole, but if you don't, then it can be a real pain to stop lava from flowing down into your mine.
Obviously, there are plenty of times you need to dig up, but you should just be a little cautious when you do. Although it is much sillier to dig directly down, because then you might fall straight into a giant pit of lava and lose all of your gear.
But on that note, I think we're actually out of time for this week, but if you'd like to ask us something, then you can go here and send it in.
Back to Studio Hex.
Yeah. I have nightmares about falling into giant pits of lava, Bajo. Okay, guys, it's time for the ultimate co-op challenge. Keep talking and nobody explodes.
Batman, cheese sandwiches, big hats. Quick, Darren, make a force field or something to protect us.
Bajo, keep talking and nobody explodes is just the name of the game. You don't need to take it literally.
Affirmative. The game presents you with a series of increasingly complex bombs that can only be defused by solving puzzles, like pressing buttons or cutting coloured wires in the correct order. The twist is that the only way to solve these puzzles is to have someone else, who's not looking at the screen, read you the instructions from the bomb's defusal manual. I've printed you each a copy. They're under your chairs.
Thanks, Darren.
Yeah, nice stapling too. Very official looking.
Well, all right then. Time is ticking. In fact, that's probably the bomb ticking.
Hang on a sec, Darren. How do we play?
Oh, we just have to cooperate, Bajo. Don't make any mistakes. All right, you two. Do you read me? Are your headsets working okay?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear, Darren.
Yes, we're awaiting your instructions.
Oh, you're the ones who'll be giving me the instructions. We only have 3 minutes to defuse this bomb.
Okay, let's start with the wires. Darren, can you see any on the bomb?
Affirmative. There are, in fact, 5 horizontal wires.
Okay, you said 5 wires, right? Is the last wire black?
Negative.
Is there only one red wire?
Negative.
We're running out of time, Hex. Just pick a wire.
No, I've got this. Darren, are there any black wires?
Affirmative.
Cut the first wire.
Cutting. And we have a green light. That module has been defused. Excellent work, Hex.
Nice one.
Nice.
We only have 2 minutes and 33 seconds left.
What?
The next module has a screen and 4 numbered buttons on it.
Oh, yes, I found the page. Darren, what number do you see on the screen?
It is a 2.
Press the button in the second position.
Done. Ooh, now the screen has a 3 on it.
A 3. Okay, I've got the page here and it says to press the button in the first position.
Affirmative. First button pressed. Oh, now the screen is displaying a 2.
2. Yeah. Okay, got it, Darren. It says to press the button with the same label you pressed in stage 1. That's really confusing.
Oh, what's stage 1 again?
I don't know.
Snap out of it. I can just access my memory bank. Accessing. It was a 4. Pressing it. Oh, all right. Now it's displaying another 2.
That's easy. Press the first button.
Done! Excellent work. Now, the final display shows a 3.
You need to press the same button you pressed last time, which was a 1.
Pressing 1. And it's diffused. Excellent memory skills, Bajo.
Thank you, Darren. Hey, it was cooperation. Okay, we got this, guys. What do you see in the last module?
I see a grid of dots with 2 green circles. And the bottom circle is on the bottom row of dots, 4th from the left.
There are cheese toasty crumbs all through this manual.
Well, I found it. Okay, this is like a maze of sorts. Darren, follow these instructions. Left, up, and now go right 4 times.
Roger that. Proceeding to move the dots.
Hello? Hello, Darren? Darren, come in, Darren! Darren, come in! Hex, I didn't hear an explosion.
Yeah, but the game starts a really long way away. What if it's just too far for us to hear it? Oh no!
No, Darren! He was so young! Well, it wasn't that young, but he was younger for a robot.
Hello.
Darren! You're okay!
Oh, what happened, Darren?
Oh, we diffused it. And with 26 seconds to spare. Brilliant work, you two.
Well, that was pretty stressful, but in a good way. What a fun game.
Yeah, I agree. It's such a clever concept to build a multiplayer game around one person looking at the screen with someone else giving directions. I'll definitely be adding this to my roster of party games.
I particularly appreciate how the difficulty of the bombs ramps up on later levels. There are some very challenging modules that require you to solve puzzles like translating flashing lights into Morse code or using Venn diagrams to solve tricky vertical wire modules.
Yeah, I can't wait to tackle some of those. Guys, this is a fantastic cooperative game. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 as well. And guys, can I just say, what a great team.
Yeah, amazing. High five, guys. Oh,
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, Darren, it's time to hear the answer to your challenge.
Affirmative. At the start of the show, I asked you this. In Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, what is the name of this character? And the answer is... Terrafin!
You know, he's often mistaken as a water element character, but in fact, he's a dirt shark, which makes him an earth element.
Indeed, Bajo.
Well, next week on the show, we get behind the controls of our own starship and conquer the galaxy in Elite Dangerous.
Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew, pew pew, pew. Pew.
Ah, space.
You know we can always go up into orbit anytime, Bajo. You only need to ask. My rocket boots are always primed for launch.
I think we're happy on terra firma for now, Darren.
Yeah, but we'll let you know if we change our mind. Until next week, Bajo out.
Hex out.
Darren out. Bajo, I'm going to go for a spacewalk.
Oh, have a good time, Darren.
I'm going to go for a spacewalk, Bajo.
Say hi to Elvis for me.